Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Today is Friday, March 15th, 2019. My name's Jeremy, and this is my first cup of coffee. Now, why do I do that? There's a handle, but I'm not using it. Maybe if I put the mug this way. Oh, there we go. Started like a minute late. Whoa, I haven't done that in a while. It's Friday. I'm excited about it being Friday. I'm excited about more of the snow melting. It was like 55 degrees yesterday. It's supposed to be about that today. I don't know why there's so much shadow. I feel like I'm a villain in a Bond movie. Sit back, just drink my coffee like this. Be like, so Mr. Bond. I don't know. I don't feel like I have the personality to be a villain as much as I have the lighting right now. So what's going on? Today, Friday, typical Friday. It's gonna be a bit of a catch-all. I have a meeting at like noon, 12:30, something like that. Other than that, just getting a lot of work done. Yesterday evening, the editors for Martial Journal, hold on. All of the MartialJournal.com editors, we had a meeting, lasted a little more than an hour. It was a great meeting. Talked about some of the things that we got going on, some of the things that we're adding and improving, some things for the March Madness martial arts movie thing. Basically, the project is we're getting people to help us determine what is the greatest martial arts movie of all time. So that's fun. And really, it's just nobody's watching right now, so I can say this a little better. It's a good group of people. You know, there are 5 of us now, and I just appreciate everyone's insight and hard work and willingness to communicate. You know, it's a project that, I mean, I'm not naive. I suppose it indirectly benefits whistlekick, but it's all free and no one's getting paid, and we're not advertising anything. And other than, I think, the couple of links that I've put on from articles I've written, there's really no strong tie back to whistlekick. That was by design. I didn't want people to think that it was just a self-serving project. I wanted more good stuff to read. So I created an environment where it would happen. And now we've got dozens of writers. It's super cool. It's a lot of fun. If you build it, they will come, maybe. So, what else? What else is going on? You know, I'm not gonna lie. Running this business is stressful. This has been a really rough week. Got some stuff going on that I'm not comfortable talking about publicly. I'm fine, the company's fine, we're fine, everything's fine. It's just not stuff I want to be dealing with. But I've got a plan for fixing all of it, and it's all on track. And you know, that's honestly, it's probably the place I have the hardest time being. When things are not as I want them to be, but they are getting on track. There's no more action I can take. I don't do well with inaction. I want to do more, I want to do faster, I want to do better, I want to improve. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes you have to be comfortable just sitting and being, or allowing. It's hard. I'm getting better at it. And I'll continue to get better at it. But, man. So what else? It's supposed to be nice tomorrow. Nice enough that I'll get outside, hopefully go for a hike. There are no martial arts events tomorrow, which obviously is a mixed bag. Love seeing everybody, but it'll be nice to have some time to not go and do and be and all that. Oh, we rolled out a new shirt. I don't know if I said that. I think that went live on Wednesday. So if you go to whistlekick.com in the new / limited collection, you will see a shirt that on the front has a whole bunch of excuses that people give for why they can't train. And on the back, it says in big letters, "Shut up and train." It's been pretty well received, so you can check that out. I don't know how long we'll have it up, but lots of different colors. It's a comfy shirt. Check it out. What else we got? What else is going on? In conversation for, let's see, I think it'll be our biggest guest ever. And they approached us. So that's exciting. We'll see what happens. I don't have a time frame. Actually, I think next week. Are we recording that next week? Might be the last week of the month. So like another 10 days. Yeah, so within 2 weeks we should have that recorded. Good luck us. What else going on? Week 4 of the CrossFit Open. The thing that's been keeping me away from Kempo, which is kind of a bummer, but it's only 5 weeks a year, so that's okay. Yeah. There's not a whole lot exciting going on here, but it's life, right? Life isn't always exciting. Life just is a, what's that line? Life's what happens when you're making plans. It's the reality of life seems to be the stuff that's in between. You know, we tend to construct life as these big events, but the big events are the minority of the time. Most of life is drab and boring. It's insignificant. It's trivial. And I think that's why it becomes so important to find joy and value in the mundane. I'm doing this right now, this show. There's no one watching. Now, I know people will watch later. Some of you will listen later. But I still enjoy doing it. Because I'm practicing a skill. Because it allows me to reflect. It forces me to reflect in a way that I know is important, but I don't always do it. But because I've made this commitment to myself, to you, to have this show, I get up every day and I do it. And I'm better for it. And sometimes I have these sort of epiphanies like I am right now. This idea that living your best life is about finding the most value in the least valuable aspects. I have a warm home that I enjoy being in. I have a, where is she? Annoying but adorable cat. I have friends. I have a purpose. Good morning, Laura. I have a lot. I have a lot of things that day to day I enjoy doing and participating in, and I'm sure you do too. And it's about how we focus on those things. Where are we putting our attention? If we focus our attention on what we don't have or hope to have, then life can be pretty unhappy. Focus on what you got. Focus on valuing that and I think there's a fine line. You can accept that what you have is enough and be happy about that, but you don't have to be content and lazy about having more. I think most people tend to do one or the other. They always want more, they're never satisfied. Which is a pretty unhappy place to be. Or people just become blindly accepting of what they do have, and they never become all they can be. And I think, like most things, the secret is probably somewhere in the middle. I've done a little bit of reading of Buddhist stuff, mostly from the Dalai Lama. And, the Dalai Lama refers to it, to emotional stuff, from this awareness of everything being temporary. If you're unhappy, that's going to fade, because whatever's making you unhappy will, fade away. And if you're happy, because of something else. So the lesson in there is to try to find that contentment, that acceptance in just where you're at. It's really strange how, in doing this show, I end up offering myself the advice that I needed. So thank you, everyone, for letting me do that. Hopefully you got some value out of it. If you keep watching, you probably do. Unless maybe there's some pool out there about when I shave. It's the only other thing I could think of. All right. I hope you have a wonderful day, a great weekend. I hope it's all you want, but I hope that you are content and satisfied with it regardless. Remember, we do the show every weekday morning, 6:30 a.m. Eastern U.S. time. I'm throwing in the U.S. for our international viewer right now, right here on YouTube. And of course, you can catch the show later on any podcast feed. As soon as I shut down this show, I convert it and upload it to our podcast feeds. And of course, you can check it out at firstcupwithjeremy.com.